Howdy, everybody. How we all doing? I hope it's well. As you can see, I am once again sitting in the sun instead of walking because for the second night in a row, I spent another 12 hours at work. And yeah, after the first day, on top of this one, I mean, I'm in a lot of pain right now. And I don't know how I'm going to make it through tonight's shift. And that kind of upsets me because I should be more or less fine. And I feel like if I was a more healthy weight, that it wouldn't be this bad. I mean, I'm sure I would still be sore, but yeah, think about I haven't weighed myself since Tuesday, but I'm currently like 335 to 340 pounds. And I should be somewhere between 180 and 200, which means I'm carrying anywhere from, what is that, 160 pounds? Somewhere between 160 and 170 pounds more than I should be. Anyway, I've already got my timer set. Today, I want to talk about toxicity. You know, I mentioned it in yesterday's video. I said that I didn't necessarily think where I worked was a toxic environment, but that it was toxic for me. And it's become a pretty common thing in this day and age, at least as far as I've noticed with people that I know and just general observations, that a lot of people are in some form of toxic relationship. When we say the phrase toxic relationship, the first thing that we think of is, you know, two people in a relationship who are just bad for each other, or one of them's a horrible person, or both of them are horrible people, and they just kind of feed off of each other's negativity. But you can be in a toxic relationship with almost anything. You can be in a toxic relationship with a person, a place, a thing, an activity. The list just goes on and on. And I feel like this is a very important thing that we need to realize and acknowledge. So I feel like I am in a toxic relationship with myself and with my job. Obviously, I've made videos referring to the adversary, which is just me, or a part of me, the part of me that just wants and wants and wants and doesn't care how I feel or what kind of damage I'm doing to myself. So, you know, the advice that you would give somebody who is in a toxic relationship with another person would be, you need to get out of that situation. You need to end that relationship. But how do you break up with yourself, right? That would be the equivalent of breaking up with your significant other and then continuing to live in the same house as them for the rest of your life, with them still having say in what you do, how you do it, when you do it, even why you do it sometimes. So that's the current struggle that's on my mind today. And I feel like that's the beginning of this journey that I'm on currently, is trying to figure out how to break up with myself. As if anybody has any ideas about that, drop them in the comments. Right? Do you have a suggestion? Do you have a tactic? Have you had to break up with yourself in the past? Let me know. because I really need the help. As far as my job goes, that's a relationship that I can end. I can end it at any time. I could literally just not go to work today and continue not going, and that would be the end of that toxic relationship. But here's the thing. I'm not the only person at this job that is struggling, that is dealing with the toxic environment. Yesterday I said that I didn't necessarily think it was a toxic place, but after yesterday, when I made a good friend of mine mad, and it was because I wasn't being a good human, I wasn't being a good friend, I was being a good employee. And there's a lot of people that would say, well, that's good, Brandon, you're a manager. It's your job to lead people. It's your job to get people to do their job. But there is and I've always believed this, there is a right way and a wrong way to lead someone, a right way and a wrong way to approach someone. Now, yesterday, very out of character for me, and I think most people would agree with that statement, I used a tactic completely unintentionally, but it's the kind of tactic that is encouraged to the leadership, at least where I work. A tactic that made her feel as though I didn't respect her, and as though I thought she was incapable of performing any task, which is simply not true. She knows who she is. And I've already apologized, and she accepted it, which I'm very thankful for, because she's a very dear person to me. But almost immediately upon doing it, I realized what I'd done, and it made me real mad at myself. Because I don't ever want to sacrifice being a good human in the name of getting a job done, because it's what it is. It's a job. There are people out there who have careers that they do things that they love and they enjoy, and they somehow magically manage to make money off of it. But then there's the vast majority of us who we work a job. We need money to pay our bills, to buy our food, things like that. And it's very easy to end up in a situation where you become someone else, all in the name of just surviving, right? Because in the area that I live in, the job that I have pays pretty well. It doesn't pay a lot, as I've come to realize just watching YouTube videos, reading things on the internet, looking at news articles and stuff, like people talking about the median income and stuff for middle class America and everything. And I've realized that even though I have a pretty decent job for the area that I live in, I don't even qualify as middle class. I am probably middle to upper lower class in the earnings bracket. And most weeks it's paycheck to paycheck. And I don't even know how. I went grocery shopping the other day, and I was talking to a friend of mine on Snapchat, and after I got done buying groceries, I told her how much money I'd spent, and I was just like, I don't know how people afford to buy a four-wheeler, buy a new car, go on vacations, right? Buy video games every week or so to play. I don't know where they're getting their money, because I work like a dog. Obviously, the past 2 days, 12 to 13 hours a day for peanuts, right? Um, and normally my job's not that difficult, but ever since we came back from quarantine, it has just been so frustrating. The physical aspect of the job is not that bad. I'm not going to sit here and act like it is, but the mental part, it's turned me into a completely different person, and I don't like it. And I know I'm rambling, but that's the point of Off the Cuff, is to just ramble about what's on my mind. And that's what's on my mind. It's on my mind a lot. Every day, I talk myself out of quitting because I know I'm not financially stable enough to do so yet. But at the same time, anybody else that's out there who is in a toxic relationship with their job or a toxic relationship with anything, I am here to tell you that we are better than that. We can get a better job. We can get a better significant other. We can defeat those terrible vices and addictions that have become that abusive partner in our relationships. I'm in an abusive relationship with my job right now. That's truly how I feel. Also, my carpal tunnel's acting up. I'm sure you've noticed me moving this arm quite a bit. That's because all of these fingers are numb. And they've been numb since I woke up. And they'll probably be numb for another 2 or 3 hours before I start really getting feeling in them. And that's just an extra added frustration because I have to be at work in about 25 minutes. It's a 35-minute drive from here. So I'm not being the best employee today. But I was scheduled till 8 o'clock last night, and I didn't leave the store until after midnight. So I think they can let me by with 25 minutes being late, whatever it is. Yeah, let's see how long I've been recording here. Oh, wow, 12 minutes already. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one off here. I will talk to y'all tomorrow about whatever's on my mind. Please, if you're struggling with anything, if yeah, you really do feel like a YouTube schlub when you say this, but I'm just going to rattle it off. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button. Let people know that I am here talking about things that I struggle with, things that I deal with, and it really does help to talk. The comment section's below. Throw your comments down there. Talk about your problems. Get them out there. No judgments here. And the people that do throw judgments in the comments, ignore them. Don't ignore them in the sense that you don't notice what they say, but ignore the fact that the reason they do that is because they are miserable and they want somebody else to be miserable. And we are better than that kind of negativity. All right. I will catch you all tomorrow. Go forth and be good humans.